Hello, I'm Faith Ndonda, an investment analyst at Cytonn. We publish a quarterly report on the performance of the banking sector, and this week's focus of the week was on the Kenya's listed bank report for the full year 2025. Starting with the key themes that shaped the banking sector in 2025, the CBK directed the commercial banks to adopt a risk-based lending pricing method where they adopted the Kesonia, that is the Kenya shilling overnight interbank average, as the benchmark for lending from using the CBR rates. Additionally, the minimum capital requirements for the commercial banks were increased to 10 billion by 2029, and this will be effected in phases, where as of the end of December 2025, the minimum capital requirements was 3 billion, and as of end of December 2026, the minimum capital requirement will be 5 billion for the commercial banks. In 2025, the Central Bank of Kenya also lifted the moratorium of licensing of new commercial banks. Moving on to the financial performance of the listed banks in 2025, the asset quality for the listed banks improved in 2025, with the gross NPL ratio decreasing in 2025 in comparison to 2024. And this was driven by a decline in the gross NPL ratio for all the listed banks. Additionally, the gross NPL coverage for all listed banks also increased. Moving on to the earnings, the weighted average growth in the core earnings per share was slower in comparison to the growth recorded in 2024, and this was majorly attributable to a slowdown in the growth of the non-funded income during the year in comparison to 2024. The loan books for the listed banks grew in 2025, resulting in a weighted average growth for the loan books for the listed banks in comparison to a weighted average decline for the loans in 2024. Additionally, we saw the interest expenses and the interest income decline in 2025. This was attributable to the easing of the central bank rate and in turn the deposit and lending rates. For a more detailed analysis on the full year 2025 banking report, join our X Spaces this Wednesday on 22nd of April from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. To read our full reports, go to cytonnreport.com.